Welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. Apparently, Boschetti's chick is hot. We're going to get into that later.
She has been located in. Are we sure?
We can't confirm, but the guy team is on it for you.
Yeah,
Wow.
they're on it. They're
Wow.
on it. Now, listen, first of all, I want to get to the phone here. The great Ben Lyons is on. He's out at Sundance, living like most rich kids do, scumbag. And, he's out there covering a lot of stories and probably going to be at a gangbang later with Leo DiCaprio.
He's got a lot to celebrate, Artie. He's Oscar-nominated Leonardo DiCaprio to you.
Now, you're friends with him, right, Ben?
I've interviewed Leo a couple times over the year. Friends is an exaggeration.
Is he gonna be out there?
I think I'll be at Sundance. No, he makes movies that people actually see. No.
Now, why are you at Sundance? You're covering.
I'm covering. I'm doing an interview with Kristen Stewart tomorrow, and I'm here to see movies and doing a bunch of coverage. It's my 9th or 10th year covering the festival. So
now,
I'm always out here.
When you interview someone like Kristen Stewart, real sexy. I mean, do you ever put the moves on a chick like that? Like when you interview her?
Well, when I interviewed her back in the day for Into the Wild, I don't think she was legal then, but she is getting a little hotter every interview now we do. Every movie, I'm like, she's pretty hot. And then I realized, I have no chance.
Have you ever had sex with a famous chick?
Artie, my mom's a big fan of your show, so I think she's listening right now. So, Judy Lyons, go to sleep. You know me, Artie. I'm like Buschetti. I'm a professional.
Of course,
Gentleman.
Okay, all right. You have the gout, you mean?
Yeah. Well, I'm getting something standing out here in the freaking cold talking to you. Okay?
Are you out in the cold? Why aren't you inside?
Because it's too loud with idiot dickheads who are here for no reason. And I'm out here actually doing work.
So you're at a party right now.
I am, yeah. I saw a good movie tonight called Whiplash with Miles Teller and J.K. Simmons, and I'm at the after thing. But I came outside. I'm here in the cold to talk to you guys. First time in the new year. Happy New Year to you and the twins and everybody.
Happy New Year. Now, let's talk about the Oscars. A lot of people on my staff here are upset about Jonah Hill getting nominated. What about you?
It's so funny when all the nominations came in this morning. Honestly, I swear to God, and I'm not just saying this because I'm on your show. When Leo got nominated, I go, I can't wait to talk to Artie about that.
No, I mean, listen, Leonardo DiCaprio is a real talented guy, and he's made the smartest career decision in lining himself up with Martin Scorsese. He's like, look, I can get your movies made, and Scorsese's a guy who needs to get movies made. They needed each other, and he did a smart thing. And from what I've seen clips-wise, it's the type of movie he could really excel at. Like I loved him in Catch Me If You Can and stuff like that. When he does the heavy accents, he starts to lose me a little bit. But this film, Wolf of Wall Street, doesn't really break any new ground. Did you know, Artie, that in the 80s and early 90s, guys in New York who were stockbrokers did a lot of coke and banged strippers, and then they went and made money and stole from good, honest people. I had no idea. Right.
But it's a fun 3 hours, and Leo is excellent in it. He is really good, and you're not bored. You're not looking at your watch. Jonah adds some comedy to the whole thing, and the whole thing is absurd.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's true is even more absurd. It's a real story.
Right. Well, that's the thing. You need a guy like Leonardo DiCaprio to make that guy likable. Like he's.
Yeah, you do find yourself. I'm rooting for the guy who's on Quaaludes, but yeah, I mean, I've been following your career for a long time, so I'm rooting for you too. So I don't know.
Yeah, Quaaludes. My God, there's a blast from the past. That movie's bringing back ludes. Now, were there any?
Jonah's nominated twice now in his career.
That's right.
Now, he's a two-time Oscar nominee, Jonah Hill.
Do you think he's overrated as an actor? What do you think?
I love when comedic actors play serious. You see it in American Hustle this year with Louis C.K. in a small role, but I liked it over the years when Jim Carrey would try and do it. Robin Williams is probably the best at it. Somebody we all grew up with who's funny and then goes and does Dead Poets Society. So I don't know. Jonah hasn't done the heavy lifting in a movie that's a little bit more serious in tone, but I do think he's a very talented writer and actor, and it's pretty cool that I just like that the Academy is nominating somebody who can actually stay up late enough to watch the Oscars. Bruce Dern is nominated. I hope they give out that award first so he can go home. But no, the fact Jonah is in his 20s and nominated twice you got to tip your hat, whatever you think of the kid.
It was depressing to watch the Golden Globes and to see Robert Redford and Bruce Dern, because like I was saying the other day, not only are they old, like they do old guy things, like they cough like an old guy, and they look like your great grandfather, and they're two of the biggest movie stars, especially Redford.
Bruce Dern sitting there clapping for Andy Samberg winning a Globe.
No, I mean it was really it's odd. Did you see Nebraska?
I did, and it made me think of my dad. You know, and my dad's nothing like the Bruce Dern character, but it's just a good father-son story. And again, there's another example of a comedic actor doing something serious in Will Forte.
Well, American Hustle, I really enjoyed, and I think ultimately, like you call it dramatic, but that's a dark comedy, if anything. I mean, all the comedy in that works. Jennifer Lawrence, I mean, she's someone you got to think's got a big future, right?
Yeah, talk about she'll be nominated now 3 times. I guess. Right. You know, she was nominated for Winter's Bone, 1 for Silver Linings, can get her money in the Hunger Games and X-Men movies, and then go work with David O. Russell and get all the awards. Yeah, she's probably the front runner to win in that category. The fact that O. Russell can put he was such a crazy person when he made 3 Kings. George Clooney was like, I'm never going to work with this guy again.
Is that true? Was he? In what way? In what way was he nuts?
Supposedly they got in a fist fight or something during the making of that movie.
Really?
Anytime that Ice Cube is breaking up a fist fight between people, you know somebody's off the walls. But so he kind of disappeared for a while, got his shit together, and then now he's had a lot of success with The Fighter and Silver Linings, and now American Hustle, just really letting actors do what they do and have this playground to go be great. And see it with all these performances. Melissa Leo, Christian Bale again in Hustle, and Bradley Cooper twice now. He's the guy. From
Bradley
kind of ensemble pieces.
Bradley Cooper really works for me. I think he's a really good actor. Everything that he's funny. He can pull anything off. But Christian Bale, when I heard he was going to gain that weight, do the De Niro thing, gain the weight, and then play a guy from Queens, I didn't think I'd buy it, but I bought it completely. I think he did a great job, right?
Yeah, that movie's absurd. And again, a true story. I love the first line of the movie. It says, "Some of this actually happened." Yeah. But then, it doesn't take itself too seriously. You don't know who has the upper hand. Is Renner going to kill himself? He's going to shoot someone else.
Right.
You have no idea. And I don't know. I really dug it. Some people are starting to hate on it, but that's what happens this time of year. But I thought it was really cool.
I loved it. And how sexy is Amy Adams, man?
The best I've ever seen her look. She showed up at the Golden Globes looking like she came off of the set. She had like the 70s boobs thing going on the carpet the other night. But yeah, she's been nominated a gang of times too. She's phenomenal in it. I thought great cameos I don't want to give away. And just the music was killer. It's a really good movie.
The most frustrating thing in that film is watching a couple times Bradley Cooper almost bang Amy Adams. They're about to have sex, and then he just doesn't have sex with her, and she's like the sexiest thing on the planet. And then did you see it, John?
No,
we've all been there, Artie. And my son's trip is young. It's only Thursday, so that might have to happen again here.
We've all threatened to bang a hot chick and then said no. We've all teased. John Ritchie, any
I've
thoughts
seen
on
none of these films.
None of them. You
Ben,
like
what do you
American
think?
Hustle. You like American Hustle a lot.
What do you think the best picture front runner is right now?
The front runner is probably 12 Years a Slave, because I think a lot of people of Hollywood are afraid to come out and speak against it.
Yeah, it's true.
While I respect the movie, it is an accomplishment. I don't know what it taught me new about slavery. I love seeing people on Twitter and Instagram saying things like, "I'm forever changed after 12 years." Well, what'd you think? What'd you think before you saw the movie?
I know.
But I think that's probably the front runner along with American Hustle. When a film gets 10 nominations like that, it obviously strikes a chord.
Mm-hmm.
I think Wolf of Wall Street is excited to be at the party with nominations for Leo and Marty and Jonah Hill. I love the fact that Her got some love. I don't know if that's you, John.
I want to see it.
And Mike's had a relationship with his cell phone since the StarTAC came out. But this is a good movie with Joaquin Phoenix and again Amy Adams and. Spike Jonze got nominated for a screenplay. That's one of my favorites. Doesn't have a chance of winning, but that's a good movie.
Gravity had 10 nominations too, right?
For some reason, I don't want to see that.
Alfonso Cuarón's probably going to win Best Director. that film is kind of like he's peeling back the curtain and saying, "Hey, everybody, in 20 years, your movies are going to look like this." I mean, that movie's flawless.
Really?
And the visual effects of it, yeah.
Huh.
It's a shame, Artie, you're not the old Artie Lange. To light one up and go see Gravity is a good time at the movies, I'm told. But
hey, listen, the year is young.
The year is young. Yeah, Happy New Year. Yeah. That's. I don't think it's going to win Best Picture, but it definitely will. I think Cuarón is a lock for Best Director.
Well, you see, in the 12 Years a Slave thing, I'm someone who's honest. I'm all for slavery. I just don't think it should be black people. It should be prisoners. Let prisoners who've done heinous things be slaves and build railroads.
That's a movie I would see. Artie Lange with a bunch of prisoners at his disposal. They go to pick cotton? Do they go on other tasks?
They do whatever they do whatever we need done in this country. Now, what about
can we have them play for the Knicks so they can show up against the Indiana Pacers? Or no?
Yeah, the Knicks are going to need something. What about James Gandolfini? Do you think he should have not been nominated?
You know, it's a different kind of role for Gandolfini than audiences have expected from him. He's very endearing and sweet in this. I don't think it's a tough year for actors, man. I mean, Idris Elba didn't get a nomination for Mandela.
Yeah, that's weird.
Academy Awards all over it.
Yeah.
So when you have McConaughey, who's kind of earned this nomination not just for his performance in Dallas Buyers, but the last 3 years, McConaughey went from being a kind of a punchline in Hollywood to being an actually, respectable and talented actor.
Right.
He had a movie called Mud that was very good. He was in a movie with Jack Black called Bernie, where he played a lawyer in Texas, a true story. He's also in Wolf of Wall Street. He's fantastic in that. So this is kind of like a culmination of 3 or 4 years of good McConaughey roles. The Oscars are on back order, man. So, Redford didn't get nominated. So Gandolfini, it's a shame. That's a great film and a great performance. I don't know. It's a weird. No one obviously picks their last role, but it's a strange role for him to go out on because it's so different from the roles that made him famous.
I think McConaughey should eat a sandwich, man. I mean, he's starting to look sick. He's really thin.
Come on, man. Just keep living, man.
Yeah, oh, God. Someone's got to punch him in the face. But, he did How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days and all that crap to make the good stuff. That's the way you do it.
Gold and made a lot of money. He was in Ed TV, the Ron Howard movie about reality television and all that stuff. But he's got this movie Mud that came out earlier in the year that's very good. And, yeah, he's even – someone tells me you didn't go see Magic Mike on opening night, Artie, but for the rest of us who have to go see these movies, he's actually very good in that. And there was even talks of him getting an Oscar nom last year.
Right.
So yeah, he and the fact he won the Globe, I think is cool, and he might actually have a chance this year.
Yeah, well, no, it'll be interesting. Are they still doing the thing where it's 10 movies nominated?
It's anywhere between 5 and 10, and I think they settled on 9 this year. I don't know why they couldn't have put my favorite film, Fruitvale Station, in the mix, which I saw at Sundance last year.
What's it called?
It's called Fruitvale Station.
Oh, really good, huh? I haven't seen it.
It was excellent.
That was my favorite
Great
one
movie
for the year. Yeah, but it was overlooked. And,
what's that about, Ben? And who's in that? What is that about?
True story about a young kid named Oscar Grant who was murdered by Oakland subway policeman, the BART cop there, shot in the back by accident.
Okay.
The movie opens with the real cell phone footage of the event. And then it fictionalizes the last day of his life. It's this kid, Michael B. Jordan, who was on The Wire and Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, I saw that. I know what you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah. And it's Octavia Spencer plays his mom. It's a star-turning performance for him. And really good movie. And again, to answer your first question of why, tonight is why do you come out to Sundance and see movies like that early,
Hey, what'd you think of the Coen Brothers movie? I'm a big fan of theirs and a little self-indulgent, a little artsy, but I don't know. I found myself enjoying it,
It grew on me after I left the theater, which is a sign of a good movie.
Me
I
too.
Myself thinking about it like 3 days later.
Right.
And the fact the movie only takes place over 2 days is strange. It feels like a lifetime where this guy, Llewyn Davis, played by Oscar Isaacs, is trying to get on as a musician, a folk musician. He just can't catch a break. And it kind of just shows you that anytime, I would imagine, Artie, when you were starting out hustling, you thought, I'm meeting this big comedy club owner. This is going to be my big chance.
Right.
It turns out the guy was a douchebag.
Yeah, no, that happens a lot. That scene was actually excellent, the way they did that,
Yeah, so I don't know. And every character in the movies feel real. You know, that Upper West Side couple, that Columbia University, the intellectual dinner parties, like that feels very genuine. You know, and I dug that.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed it too. All right, I'll let you get back to the ecstasy party real quick. But
I cannot feel my hands. I guess that's what people say at those parties too. Like,
give us the major categories. Give us who you think should take it. Give us director, actors, and
early. This is early for. I was hoping to stop by the show Super Bowl week and get into it.
Sure. Okay.
12 years. Well, we got 12 years. Probably Leo. I think Cate Blanchett will win for the Woody Allen movie Blue Jasmine. She's excellent in it. Director, like I said, Cuarón. Supporting, I don't have it in front of me, Artie.
I hear you. That's all we need. Definitely come by. We'll talk more about it.
You know who's not going to win any awards is Amari Stoudemire. That's just not going to win. They're not going to give out. Yeah, I love it. Everybody in New York gets all excited when Amari goes for 13 and 6.
Yeah, I know.
Ooh, Amari's back, really? Because he had 13 and 6.
Yeah,
get out of here. Go back to fashion.
The Knicks are the same story, but definitely come back and join us, man. Before
I'll be there Super Bowl week. Yeah, the city will go off smoothly, right, during the Super Bowl.
As a New Yorker, don't you hate that the Super Bowl's here? I mean, you know,
they're shutting down 13 blocks on Broadway for a week. What could go wrong?
Oh, it's going to be ridiculous.
Hey, can you do me a favor? You bring that chef from New Jersey who had no voice last year. You bring him by. He was great television. Hey, come on my show and don't speak.
He's coming, Joe Leone. Be careful. That guy can make 2 phone calls. You'll be working at a car wash.
Well, hopefully, I'd like to see him. I don't know if it's New England, we get some clan chowder for Joey, and then if it's Seattle, we get some fish. It'll be good.
All right, listen, brother. Enjoy yourself out there, and don't catch any STDs, and come back safe.
Like I said, the trip is young. I'll see you guys in New York.
All right.
Take
the
care.
great Ben Lyons. There he is.
Later.
Always good. Ben Lyons, and interesting stuff. He thinks 12 Years a Slave probably good, and the Gravity guy he thinks is going to win. I got to see that. For some reason, I have no interest in seeing Gravity. I don't know why. I have no interest in seeing it.
Don't watch it at home. Go to see it at IMAX or one of the big...
IMAX. Is it available at IMAX?
Yeah.
On the Upper West Side, they have it at IMAX?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
It's unbelievable there.
All right. We're going to take a break. Come back with the great Reverend Bob Levy after this.
The Artie Lange Show. Weeknights on Audience. Only on DirecTV.